What to do if you're jealous of a person with whom you need to communicate? For example, a relative or a colleague. Yeah, and you need to communicate, right? Well, it's necessary. Great. Two rocks met in the same jar. I will translate. If such a situation has happened, then guys, here is a karmic trap in which you will polish each other. There is another question. Who is jealous? If there is such a situation that you are forced to communicate with the person who generates envy energy to you, the question is how and why did you get here? And you must communicate with him. And what you do? Your first reaction is rejection. You want to move away from this person, run away, hide. You dislike his energy. And why is it so? Because you feel this envy. Every time you meet this, let's call this person Mary, you don't want to communicate with her. How do you feel this rejection? Your astral body takes in this energy of envy that comes from Mary and tells you to stay away. You feel this energy and your astral body says that this person is bad.
Вы чувствуете вот эту энергию зависти, и ваше астральное тело говорит, что человек плохой. Опять же, есть один закон.
There is one law in energetics. How do you think? Why do you feel this energy? Because similar things attract each other. If there is such a situation that you are forced to live or communicate within the family, just recently we were faced with the situation where the daughter was envied by her mother. Sounds awful, isn't it? They are friends, they communicate a lot, and at the same time they have some kind of internal misunderstanding. Internal energy situation is smoothed out by the closeness of the relationship. But if you dig deeper, you'll see that there is envy in both women.
Внутреннюю энергетическую историю. Да? Но если копнуть поглубже, то и в ней, в этих обоих гражданках, есть зависть. Вот, но получается, что они...
From the karma point of view, they didn't just meet at the same territory. They must work on this envy of each other. At the same time, see how they work it out. They love each other. They care about each other. They are forced to participate in each other's life. Make coffee, ask how do you feel, how are you doing. This is a perfect situation for getting rid of envy. If you are forced to communicate with a person who is jealous of you, you begin to feel a rejection to him, because all the time you are subconsciously, at the level of the astral body, afraid that matter of envy flies into you. Matter of envy is green color. It flies into you and causes irritation. Why does your astral body react with irritation? Because you have the same energy of green color. But for some reason it is not directed to this person. It will simply be directed towards someone else. Maybe you have no reason to envy this Mary. Maybe, for example, she is just a old nasty woman for you. But you will be jealous of some young Nancy or some cool Brian. You'll have your own objects which you're jealous of. But then again, if you have the energy of envy, then you'll definitely get into the situation of working the necessary communication with envy out. How to get out of this situation? Let's take for example this family in which everyone envies each other, but at the same time have to take care of each other. Try to become friends with this Mary. Try to overcome this energy rejection. It's formed in a natural way, because your astral body protects itself. Same way someone else will protect himself from you. You overcome this rejection, you go forward like, Mary, let's drink some tea. What's next? You start to get closer, you start to take care of her. Sometimes you can ask her something. For example, if she has envy of your youth and beauty, wealth, you can calm her envy. Tell her that you are really not so good, but actually it's a very bad way. When a person speaks about himself worse than it actually is, it means that he attracts this worse. Then Mary, instead of envy, will think about you gloatingly. Yeah, I knew that Nancy is a fool. So actually, this is a bad way. Just try treating this person like a human being. Then it will simply become unpleasant for her to think badly about you. Why is it so? If you treat her humanely, if you stopped to reject her, if you accepted her, like, okay, there is such a Mary, a nice, soulful woman. Mary, how are you? Hi. Listen, I brought you some apples.
Душевная тетка. Ну все, ну вот тут есть такое. Марья Ивановна, как дела? Привет. Да, слушай, я тебе яблок принесла. И Марья Ивановна уже не...
And Mary no longer likes to envy you. Her own astral body says, you do something wrong, Mary, stop doing it. This way you can win Mary from envy. In general, you should remember the main thing. Never speak about yourself worse than it is. It's better to say nothing than to say bad. Say bad things, strengthen your bad. After all, there is such a tradition. They asked you how the things are going and you answer, oh, everything is bad and this is bad and that is bad. And what happens? You strengthen negative vritty, negative mental waves that attract negative events to you. If you say that everything is bad for you, get bad. That's it. Our favorite reason to talk, how everything is bad. There is an opinion that you must not say that everything is good as well, because this way you attract envy and the evil eye. While when you say that everything is good, what you attract? Envy, evil eye? Are you sure? Well, why is everything so great for you? No, the greatest harm from your pronouncement that you are fine is that you give publicity to what shouldn't have been said. What is said is lost. Remember this rule, silence is gold. You mean we have to say it's okay, it's not bad? Okay, not bad. Well, yes, everything is alright. Not telling the bad and also not telling the good. Because when you talk about good things, when you boast about yourself, yes, you evoke energy of envy, but worst of all is that you destroy it. It's like talking about your unfulfilled plans. Yes, you cannot talk about it. If you for sure 100% go somewhere, you can say this. But if you just think about going to vacation, about moving somewhere, buying something, getting married to someone, having a great job, you give publicity to your plan, which could be realized. So the word works, the name. You not only said this, you already experienced it. You created the illusion of realization. Yes, exactly, you kind of have it already. You call down this energy for this, but this has not happened yet. And you have already evoked this energy. You know, when you'll have a house, you'll say it. I have a house. Then this energy will be justified in terms of energy. And since you don't have a house yet, you haven't bought it yet, but you have already told everyone that you are going to have a house. Energy came to an empty space. Not only did you destroy the whole thing with your own word, but into this empty space flew someone's envy. When will you have a house now? In a very, very distant future. This is what happened to people who like to boast how everything is wonderful at the moments when the things are getting better in their life. You'd better have it first, and just then tell about it. And think hard whether it's worth talking about. This is how these laws work. The magic of the word works here as a really experienced event.